Hello reef tank hobbyists out there. I hope everyone's well. Like I said I'm going to do a video on my sump, on my aquarium, and do apologize for the late video that I am doing. Reason for being is that I am a London cab driver, and cab business at the moment it's booming. So it's one of those trades where when the work is there, you need to be out there and earning. Hence it's a late video, but I hope you enjoy. So let's all get down to it. Right, so my sump, left it as basic as possible and very low maintenance as possible. Let's see what is going on inside this sump. So this sump has 4 compartments. Okay, so we got the 1, 2, 3 and 4. On the right hand side, let's start from the right hand side. We have the auto top up chamber. As you can see, it's just plain RO water, and this apparently will top up the aquarium as the water evaporates. Inside there is a TMC refill, which is off at the moment, but I will tell you why on another video. But here we are, it's just plain RO water, and it just helps to top up the aquarium. Inside there is the pump for the auto top off. I don't know whether you can see it. It's not quite zooming in. I do apologize for that. And in the next compartment, left onwards, we have a return pump, and this return pump returns the water to the main display and comes back down and recycles. I have a manifold which was made by myself. It's just a 2-way manifold, nothing fancy. It just helps to split the water supply. So the reason why I have this manifold is because it returns water to the main display and also splits off and returns water into my UV sterilizer system. Okay, it is a Deltec 20 watt UV sterilizer that is mainly for water clarity. I truly believe that I do not have no pests in here, but all I can say is I'm 99.9% sure that I don't have no pests here, because this aquarium was set up with dry live rock, nothing seeded from any tank. It was just cycled with dry rock and Microbacter XLM7. That's the only process I used to start this tank up. So that's the second section. Okay, so we have the Deltec there as well, the UV. And in the third section downwards, okay, we have just plain, as you can see, 2 300 D&D heaters, and I have media for my bacteria to home. And in this bucket here, or should I say basket here, is max spec biteables and some dead coral rubble, which is holding majority of my nutrifying bacteria, and that's all I have. I've left it as clean as possible, and this is where all my bacteria media is placed. Also, I have my dosing all done in this section as well. Hence, I have more than usual water movement in this section for my dosing, so it mixes it up proper and gets returned into the display evenly. That's the other reason why I'm using the outlet of this UV to generate more water movements in this section in order for all the dosing solutions to get mixed properly. In the next section, I have just a skimmer. A skimmer and I think it's a probe for the heater and the cooling system. That's the only thing I have in this section here. There is a little basket to higher up the skimmer itself, but as you can see, the skimmer is off at the moment because I am bottoming out of my nutrients. My nutrients are very low, so hence I have turned the skimmer off to gain that nutrients for coral health. And as you can see, there's nothing else in there apart from a skimmer and a probe for the heater. What the probe does for the heater, it heats the water up, and it also manages to cool the aquarium down with my aquarium fans, which help tremendously. I don't think it's necessary to buy one of those cooling systems, which are far too expensive and very expensive to run at the moment, especially with all these price hikes on the electric bills and the gas bills. It's just ridiculous at the moment. So yeah, going back to the skimmer. The skimmer is a Deltec. Okay, I think it only runs on 11 watts. I think, yes, 11 watts. It runs 11 watts. I bought this 9 years ago and it's still running strong. I'm not sponsored by any Deltec equipment or anything else, anything like that, but I can tell you one thing, but this skimmer has done amazingly well for 9 months. It's the same pump, the same body, and the same head. Has never been replaced, and it's still working strong. Reason for that is because it's just maintenance. I do clean it out every month without fail, and when cleaning out I would just basically clean it with warm water, and the pump will go into a little solution of vinegar, not a huge amount of vinegar, and it's worked perfectly since new, and it still works new now. But I can tell you one thing, if I'm going to get myself another skimmer, it's going to be something like this. I think they have stopped production of this particular model, but if they had another one, I would definitely buy one. I can't fault it, and it does its job. And 9 years of working with only 11 watts, can't go wrong. And also, in this section here, I have a pH probe. The pH probe is just along here. I don't know if you can see it. There we are. Let me just zoom in for you. That's my pH probe. All that's doing is measuring my pH of the aquarium water. I like to run a little bit high on the pH, mainly for coral health. And amazing things happen when you have a slightly elevated pH. You also notice that you will bottom out your PO4, your phosphates, fairly quickly, which can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. In my case, it's a little bit bad because I need my pH to be at a certain level for coral health. Hence, at the moment, I'm dosing phosphates. This bowl here is full of phosphates. It doses a tiny amount of phosphates a day, daily, just to keep it above 0. Also, I am running a Red Sea Reef Dose 4. I purchased this without any problems, and it's working without any problems. It's always doing what it's supposed to do, so I cannot fault it. Perfect doser and very affordable doser for this particular tank. I would highly recommend it. Again, I am not sponsored by Red Sea. I'm not telling you any fibs or anything like that, but I can tell you one thing: it does its job. It's doing what it needs to do. You can keep an eye on it because it's app-based. If anything goes wrong with it, you'll be the first person to be notified via phone. But yeah, I cannot fault it. I haven't changed the head yet. All working smoothly. So brilliant, and top bit of gear from Red Sea. Let's get up there. Now here I'm dosing KH and calcium and magnesium for my dosing. It's a 3-part, and these containers were bought from the local IKEA, very affordable, can't go wrong, lids open, and it's fantastic. And you can just open up your lids from here, and then you can shut them. okay, to refill. So that is part of my sump so far. I'm just trying to figure out if I've missed anything at the moment. No, so you've got a pH, you've got a skimmer, okay? You've got the 300 watt, two 300 watt heaters there running this tank. I almost forgot to tell you about this pump. So this pump is a Deltec E-Flow 16, I believe. Yes, it's E-Flow 16, and yes, it is a very big pump, but apparently this particular pump was given to me at a bargain price. It was bought brand new by a friend of mine, but he obviously backed out on keeping a reef tank due to these high bills that the electric bills and the gas bills, so he decided to give his hobby up. So I took it off him without any problems. The reason why I took it off him, because it is a powerful pump, and when you need the power, you will get the power. Okay, and it's a very economical pump to run. So I got into my car, straight to his house, purchased it, got back, very happy. Okay, and also you can also adjust the flow for the E-Flow 16 pump. I run it at exactly 50 watts. Okay, it goes all the way to 180 watts, but not necessarily needed for me at the moment. I'm happy with 50 watts of power, which is just about right, because I like to keep an eye on what kind of power and wattage is being used by this aquarium, so I can keep costs down. But you can also see here, if I can just get my head, spare with 1 second, you can also see here, there we are, this pipe here. Okay, so you probably, some of you reefers, experienced reefers out there, can probably guess what this is doing. Okay, it's dripping something, but what is it dripping? Okay, that's the question. Some of you guys may know, some of you guys don't know, but that will be left for the next video. And also the reason why I have my refill auto top up ATO off is for the next video as well. So until next time, hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, share, write me a comment, hit the bell button. Until next time, happy reefing. I'll just show you a few shots of my main display. Please subscribe, and I'll be super happy and looking excited for my next video, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you for watching. So thank you for watching the video so far, really appreciate it. I just show you a few shots of my tank, and it just shows that you can run successfully a reef tank with the minimum amount of equipment, but by adding equipment it just makes your life a little bit more easier. So that's the process I made, is to use less equipment and try to get the corals thriving as much as possible, and then maybe move on to more expensive equipment at a later date, just to make life a little bit easier, because working life can take over. But there we go. So let's just show you shots. As you can see, there's my Hellfire torch. As you can see, it's dancing with the water movement, just showing me signs that it is super happy. As you can see, barley slimers grows very well in this particular aquarium. I've got another piece over there. It just naturally green even on white light. A few bits and pieces on the floor. You can see I've got bare bottom, basically to lessen the maintenance process, so I decided to go bare bottom, but cycling the bare bottom, it just takes a little bit more time. If you just bear with it, and you will have good results by being patient, which is the most important thing in this hobby, is patience. I've got a few plate corals on the floor, some rainbow chalice coral there, some Montes, and a few bits and pieces forest fire, as you can see. Obviously when I'm doing a lot of maintenance, I accidentally do break off some pieces of coral, so I just glue them onto a thread disc and start regrowing them. Just makes life easy. I've got some acros, I've got some, what do you call it, I've got some rainbow tenuises in the back, more shortcakes and shortcakes, bird's nest histics. Just playing about with it basically. So that is my video so far. I hope you've learned from these videos or my previous videos on maintaining a reef tank. But that just shows you can maintain a reef tank with minimum equipment. So having said that, I'm super excited to pull out the next video to show you the rest of my sump. But the only way you are going to see it, or be the first one to see it, is please subscribe, hit that bell button, and hit the bell button on all, and you will never miss a future video that I pull out. So be the first to watch it. Subscribe, please, and thumbs up. And if you need to put a comment out on this particular video that I'm doing now, or any previous videos, please comment, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Any questions, please comment. Thanks for watching. Like I said, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Happy reefing.